Well, here we are at the Silverthorne Pavilion. I'm here with Christine Mahorny, and she's in charge of all of the weddings that happen at this beautiful pavilion. Our models have been over at the Envy Salon getting all dolled up. I heard they're here. They're all dressed up, and we'll get to them in just a little bit. But the Silverthorne Pavilion is a gem in terms of locations for weddings here in Summit County, and you guys pretty much all summer long have these beautiful events here. Tell us a little bit about what makes this place so special.
Oh gosh, well the first is we are located right alongside the Blue River here in Silverthorne. And we've got two gorgeous outdoor ceremony sites as well as obviously our indoor facility. So brides that want to have a perfect outdoor Rocky Mountain wedding, and we all know how weddings go in the summer with the afternoon rain, it's a great place to be able to plan a wedding and a reception without having to fear of weather.
Right, you have the outdoor space, the indoor space. How many people can you get here?
Oh gosh, we've had weddings as small as 10, and then we've had them as big as 350.
And you kind of said it early on, the wedding season in the summertime at least is pretty short. There's only so many weekends. So if someone's planning a destination wedding here in Summit County, what's your advice to them?
My biggest advice is just to stay open-minded. I know a lot of traditional brides just automatically think Saturdays. Well, as you just said, there are only so many Saturdays and so many venues here in the Rockies, so we really encourage brides to keep their minds open for if they want to do a Thursday, a Friday, or a Sunday, because what we found, especially with destinations, is that family and friends are going to build a vacation around that event anyway, so they're not as tied to the event having to be on a Saturday and a Saturday night as they normally would in a hometown.
Well, the girls are ready. Should we get right to the little fashion show?
Let's do
Now,
it.
I want to mention all the dresses are by Alfred Angelo. They're from the 2010 lineup for this fall, so they are available in stores. We have Gretchen here first, being escorted by Jeff, looking handsome from Breck Tux. And now Gretchen is actually wearing satin organza over satin, sort of the scallop effect look. Rhinestones, crystal beadings with sequins, optional spaghetti straps, which really are pretty custom to all of the strapless dresses. And she has the nice short chapel train. Are you finding that the girls are wearing the long trains or a shorter length?
You know, we've seen everything. I think the biggest trend is the slim silhouettes, and as Gretchen just showed us, the cute, colorful shoes is another thing we've seen.
Right, and they're throwing in splashes of color. So that dress, very lightweight and very fun. Let's go to number 2, and unfortunately they're not eligible, they're all taken, but sporting this beautiful gown, we are looking at matte satin with a metallic embroidery, which is another Alfred Angelo gown, rhinestones, crystal beading, some sequins as well, and she has a chapel train, and this dress also comes in that optional spaghetti strap. Now, chapel train lengths, they still can be bustled, but I think what's interesting, the dress that Gretchen just had on, her gown actually was $1,000. This one's just a little bit more expensive, but we're still in a real affordable price point, $1,250. And Alfred Angelo is really known for that high fashion, but very affordable fashion. And you know, women don't want to spend millions and millions of dollars on their gowns, but they can still look this beautiful.
Well, and that's something we've seen up here too, especially here at the Pavilion. We tend to specialize in affordable pricing. A lot of our brides are either funding their wedding themselves or on a strict budget, so having a dress that's affordable I think is equally as important.
All right, thank you. And our third and final bride coming out with our last gown by Alfred Angelo is Jackie, and Jackie's wearing that asymmetrical look, which I think is really fun. And I've seen this dress done in a raw silk, but this one is actually taffeta, sort of with the swagging going on. She also has the chapel train length. And another thing that Alfred Angelo is doing is they've got the reception gowns, the shorter length gowns, so you can, you know, for this price point, you can actually afford 2 gowns. Guess how much this one's running?
It was below $1,000.
It's below $1,000, but this one's actually $599, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And again, people can kind of, you know, they can go shopping in the Denver market, or they can log on to alfredangelo.com. All these gowns are available. And thanks, Jackie. And when people are doing their Summit County wedding planning, words of advice from you, some final words of advice?
Oh gosh, final words of advice. I think it's just to start with your budget in mind. We see a lot of people who kind of want the moon, but I think equally as important, whether you're picking out your venue, working with your alcohol, or in this case, picking out your dress, definitely start with just what you're comfortable spending, establish that first, and then do the shopping and the browsing.
For a one-stop shop, you can log on to RockyMountainBride.com. It is a Colorado-based magazine, help you plan your wedding here in Summit County. We also want to thank Envy Salon for the beautiful look. All the dresses, again, by Alfred Angelo, the tux by Breck Tux, and of course, Silverthorne Pavilion. If you're looking for a place to get married here in the Colorado High Country, call Christine. You will not be disappointed. The views here are unbelievable. Thanks so much. Thanks, everyone.